Hello, today I'm going to go through the TinkerCAD 3D. Now, I've been working on the circuits recently, but the 3D design of the luggage tag. If you're interested in any of the other videos, I do have them linked in my playlist, and I'll show you the ones that I went over really quickly. To get to the luggage tag project, click on Learn. Make sure you're signed in, by the way. You can sign in with Google. Make sure this says 3D on it. I do have a video on all the starters as well as some of the lessons. We'll click on lessons. I have a video on Minecraft party glasses, chess pawn, the ruler, and now I'll do the luggage tag. There are more, and maybe I'll make some more videos on that in the future. We'll see the type of traction this picks up. So the luggage tag, we click on it. Now, I already started it. If you've started it and you think you've made some mistakes or anything, you can just click Restart Project. I do suggest having a mouse for this. The scroll wheel really helps a lot, and having the two buttons. The mouse pad, you can do it, but there are some more shortcuts that you need, and it's not as easy, okay? So then once you've done that, you just click here or here and say Start. As always, the directions are on the left-hand side. It says, in this lesson, you will learn to design a personalized luggage or backpack tag, and it'll have all this information. Just click over. It says, add your name. Now just add your name on top of the tag by dragging the letters. Be as accurate as you want. So drag the letters to the area highlighted in orange. Be as accurate as you want. If you need the same letter more than once, just copy and paste. So this is teaching us the very basics of how we can drag things. So you can grab it and just drag it right over. You could zoom in if you want, but I will do what they're saying here. If you mess up like that, you can just use your arrow keys and it'll move it nice and over. We've got K, E, and R. So it's nice. You can drag these. It does stay on this plane. Okay, this sort of plane, it doesn't move up or down. If you wanted to move up, you would just use this little, I don't even know what that is, cone. Grab that little black cone and you can move it up and down. You'll notice that this number right here is the height above the plane that we're working on. And when we start, I just press Control Z, or you could say undo. When we start, that is, oops. That is at 0, I believe. Yep, it's at 0. So if you're up here and you're like, oh no, I need to fix it, you can just type 0, press enter, and it's right back there. Now, if you wanted to add more, you could just copy and paste. So maybe I wanted another R for some reason. I can just do duplicate, which is nice, and repeat, or I can do copy and paste. Now, I just do the duplicate. And now you'll notice when I drag that over, and I'm just using my arrow keys, now I have a perfect copy of it. And then we hit next, and it says, example text. Here's an example of a completed tag. Now, would I spend my time dragging everything they want? No way. I would not at all. There's no possible way that I'm going to waste my time getting it perfectly. Now, if you're doing this for a class and your teacher says it has to be exactly this, that's fine. Go ahead. You can drag it to however you want it. And copy this exactly. Cool thing is you could 3D print this, but I would not waste my time saying Maker Mike. I would actually put my name in there. Now, there are some other options, and there's actually a text option here. And so what you could do, you can drag this over, and then you can type in what you want. So STEM, oops. So then click here, and I could say STEM with Mr. Duda, right? And I can zoom out. I can change my size, right? I can drag it to be whatever size I want, and I can drag it over there. And now, obviously that's a little too tall, so I can drag it shorter. And obviously that doesn't look nice because they have the orange there, but this is how I would actually make a luggage tag. If you want to make it exact, instead of dragging those individual letters, I would just do, like say your teacher's asking you to make this for class, I would actually type Maker Mike, right? And then change the size, right? There is no reason why you should have to be dragging individual letters. Let's work smarter, okay, not harder. So obviously that's a different font, and you could change your fonts. There are different fonts here, and we could find which one matches the best. We could also click on here. Oh, see, they don't even have the font. Well, either way, now that's a lot easier. Then we can change the height, right? If I look at the height of this, it's the height of 2. So if I want to match it perfectly, I just change this height. Let me see where my height is. There. So we can just drag this down to 2. Right? It does act a little bit differently, and you can type. It doesn't act like a normal object. The big reason why it's not a perfectly normal object is it's text that we are able to then edit. So it's going to be a little bit different. I wasn't able to drag its height as easily, but now, okay, maybe I was just missing it. So just type 2. All right, so that's the luggage tag maker. There's really not much to it, and I would say don't waste your time dragging it. One thing I will say, though, is you can highlight multiples and then drag them all together if that was something beneficial to you. I will not fill out the rest of this, but then it says go ahead and continue adding any information you wish to your tag. So this is where we would actually do it. I can click on it. I can say stem with Mr. Duda. And maybe I don't want it so small, so I could say stem with, and then add another line, say Mr. Duda. I could look at my size here to copy it. So I see, I guess it doesn't show. Never mind. So then we just drag it. If you want to keep it so it has the same relative dimensions, you can hold shift, and then you'll notice that when I drag it to be smaller, it doesn't get to be like a strange, it's not stretched out or anything. So I could have stem with Mr. Duda, and then type in my other text. So I could say, 1, 2, 3, 4, oops. Okay, and that's my actual address. It's where I live. Just kidding. Maybe I'm not kidding. So I'm just holding shift and then dragging. And so if you're being asked by your teacher to make some sort of luggage tag, you can easily highlight everything else, delete it, and now I've got my luggage tag, and maybe I could put a phone number down here or whatever. And then when we hit the next, it says, hey, you're done. Now, it's not a very fun project, but I'll tell you, it's a useful project. And so a cool thing that you can do is you can say export and then say STL, and then that can be opened in your slicer software so you can actually 3D print it. Or you could send it to a company that will 3D print it for you. A cool thing is your local library might actually have a 3D printer that you can send to, and it's nice and affordable. So that was the luggage tag on 3D TinkerCAD. Feel free to check out my other lessons on it. I also have a bunch of lessons on the circuits section of TinkerCAD. So hope you learned something. Hopefully you can use this for something, or maybe it made an assignment just a little bit easier for you. So feel free to like and subscribe, and have a great day, everybody. See ya.